a guy who's widely regarded or has been widely regarded as the best player in the NFL, wants a new contract. And remember last year, right before the Super Bowl, there was the Aaron Donald could retire if he doesn't get a new contract. Now it's Aaron Donald saying he's at peace with his career if he and the Los Angeles Rams can't agree to a new contract. So the idea of Aaron Donald, and I get that you're not a bad guy. It's not, you're not a bad guy to hold a team hostage, but that's what he's doing. So you're told that Aaron Donald needs a new contract, right? That's what you're told. And if you looked at his base salary, you'd be like, wow, yikes. Aaron Donald, $9.2 million a year. Matter of fact, his base salary last year was only $1.89 million. You guys know that? That was his base salary. He made $19 million. But again, this is all the clever math that was done. The Rams have had plenty of bad contracts. Todd Gurley to name one, right? Jared Goff to name a second one. Aaron Donald's was not. But what happens is when you sign a new deal, you get that money up front. Remember when Aaron Donald signed the deal? You guys remember that? Oh, it was a 6-year, $135 million contract. You're like, well, that's amazing. $86.892 million of which are guaranteed. Guess how much money he's made so far through 4 years of that 6-year deal? Excuse me, through 3 years of that 6-year deal. Because one was, it was an extension, but he got money up front. You guessed it, $86.892 million. So while Aaron Donald's going to sit there and go like, I'll retire if I don't hey, dude, you're actually under contract for 3 more years. This coming year, he'd make 14.2. The next year, he'd make 19. The following year, he'd make 19. None of which are guaranteed. Okay? All of it is clever bookkeeping. He got paid a bunch of money up front, $40 million, in fact, at time of signing 4 years ago. 40 up front. So he's sitting on 86.8. He played up to the level of the contract. He won a Super Bowl. He has every right to feel like I've done what the contract says I should do. But that's not exactly grounds for a new contract. I mean, this is the crazy world of sports, is that he's in his 30s. He wants a new one last big contract to be paid at the level that he's been playing at, even though the likelihood is he ain't going to play at that level for much longer, right? That's honest. That's realistic. The more troubling part is Aaron Donald, and does he see the hypocrisy in it? Right? Does he see it? He said on the I Am an Athlete podcast that it ain't about the money. It's a business at the end of the day. Huh? Excuse me? It ain't about the money. It's a business at the end of the day. Well, if you say it's a business, that's about the money, right? He went on, but me talking about retirement, that was happening way before we won the Super Bowl. I've been saying that since I got in the league, that I was going to play 8 years and be done. And that's what I've just been saying. I came out and everybody said, oh, if he wins the Super Bowl, he's going to retire. Nah, I got teammates, coaches, family who know about this. I said I'm going to play my 8 years and I'm going to be done with football. But winning a Super Bowl, you get kind of addicted to a little bit. I want to feel that again. I ain't going to lie. That experience, it's like none other. If I was to play, just win another Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, it's a business. I got to make sense to me and my family. I'm blessed to play this game, to make the money I made, accomplishments in 8 years. It's like I compete. If I can win another one, that's great. He said he'll probably work out a deal, but if one can't be reached, he won't walk away mad. What are you walking away from? You have an actual contract. He has 3 years at close to $60 million left on that deal. This just idea. First of all, it's embarrassing. It ain't about the money. It's a business. Well, business is about the money. Personal is about personal. He also said he's all about winning, loves winning. Well, if you love winning, would you take less? Or if you love winning, take the non-guaranteed deal, because that way if you get hurt or if you're not good late in your career, they can cut you, replace you, and you don't get the guarantee. Although the money after week 1 becomes guaranteed anyway. The biggest issue that I have with even the best professional athletes, and Aaron Donald is in the conversation of the best professional athletes I have ever seen at the sport that he is so good at. The biggest issue is that they deal in a world that has nothing to do with reality. It looks like reality, it feels like reality, it senses it's reality, but it's not. He's not a free agent. There is no leveraging the team. They're not going to trade him. They have him under contract for 3 more years. If he doesn't like it, then you have to go back and question, why did you sign the deal that had 3 extra years? And the answer is they did it for cap manipulation. They did it to help the team. He did it because he got the money up front for the first 3 years. But like just the sound of it, like Aaron Donald's not walking away. Not walking away. The whole idea of, well, I said I'd play 8 years, then I'd be done. Did you know you'd be one of the best guys to ever play? Did you know the kind of money that you'd potentially be walking away from? Did you know you'd win a Super Bowl? Of course you didn't. Whatever Aaron Donald said in the past is a lot like a coach who says, I love this job, I'm never leaving. Things change, right? That's reasonable. Things change, times change, context, but everyone tunes out when you're in a contract negotiation and you're talking about guaranteed money as opposed to non-guaranteed money, and you say it ain't about the money. And then when you back it up with the, hey, but it's a business after all, you're not even allowing us to make the sentence, it's always about the money. You're saying it's always about the money. Aaron Donald's not retiring. Sean McVay's not retiring. Nobody's walking away from $25 million guaranteed. That money does not exist elsewhere. And while you can say, I've made a lot of money, you don't want to make any more, right? I mean, Aaron Donald's 31 years old. He's got enough money to live on the rest of his life. But if I said, you could do this 3 more years and make 65, 70 million, would you do it? Of course you would. So I guess this is not me being bitter about Aaron Donald wanting a new contract or understanding it. Hey, I got to have guaranteed money. That's a better way to put it. Just go like, look, I understand I signed the contract. Les Snead knows I'd like at this point in time to make some of that stuff guaranteed. I'd like to make more. It's all negotiation. End of the day, you know where I'll be on Sundays, barring some unforeseen non-negotiating tactic from the Rams or something I just don't feel good about. But like, it's reasonable. But I don't think it comes out of spite. I don't think it comes out of Aaron Donald's a bright guy. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's just the fact that they don't live in a world in which people have been honest to them and they can't be honest to themselves. Football is a deal where people will say, well, athletes don't have 100% guaranteed contracts. Rookies absolutely do. And then Kirk Cousins had a fully guaranteed contract. And Deshaun Watson is a fully guaranteed. Like Kirk Cousins' deal was fully guaranteed for 3 years, and then he got another fully guaranteed one. The difference for Kirk Cousins is that he couldn't get that 6 or 7 years of a contract. Oh, you could have a fully guaranteed contract, but usually it's not as long as the others. That's why the Browns' contract is so bad. It's not the money they spent. It's all the things chasing Deshaun Watson and the fact that it's fully guaranteed at a crazy high rated number. But you insult everybody's intelligence every time you're in a contract negotiation and you say it's not about the money. Deebo Samuel. These guys are great football players. No one has said you're not a great football player. No one said Aaron Donald's not good. No one said Deebo Samuel's not good. No one said Kyler Murray's not good. Nobody. Do I think Kyler Murray is an elite quarterback? No. Do I think he's good? Yeah. Do I think he could get a new contract? Sure. Do I think he should get it after his third year? I don't. Or not at least top of the market. Same with Lamar Jackson, who's actually been an MVP in the league. But when you say definably false stuff or laughably inaccurate stuff, let somebody else do that. Let somebody else call you the greatest. Let somebody else talk about your contract. Let somebody else say all the things that you want to say. In the meantime, all you got to say is, I love the Rams, want to play for the Rams. I love the Cardinals, want to play for the Cardinals. We'll get it worked out. Somewhere in between what they want, I want all the money, they want like a lot less than that. Somewhere in the middle, we'll work it out. That's how it works. But I believe it's this lack of reality in that world. You know, no one else signs a contract for 6 years and gets the first 3 years up front. Happened to Deshaun Watson. He never played in that contract in Houston. Going to happen to Aaron Donald again for a second time in his career.